Are you trying to figure out how to update your space for spring, but on a budget? In today's video, I'm going to take you through on my mini budget makeover in our living room and share with you my budget-friendly hacks in order to transform a space on a budget. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm Lindsay with Organized-to-Save, and I'm here to help you get organized and be more productive with budget-friendly tips, tricks, and digital products so that way you can declutter and simplify. And I don't know about you, but being at home, it makes me want to put a paintbrush in my hand and do a little DIY. Today I'm going to walk you through how I did a mini makeover on our living room, getting our house ready for spring, and share with you some of my hacks in order to make over space on a budget. This living room, we actually did a major revamp on it when we moved into this house 5 years ago. I've been wanting to change a couple things up, and the biggest thing that you'll notice is the rug. This is the only thing that I actually bought from the space, but it was on a major sale, so great deal there. So first tip is to just rethink your space with what you already have. And that's going to be a theme of this video. You're going to see that I actually shopped my house for the rest of this makeover. The main transformation that I did was right here behind me. We put these bookshelves up when we moved into the house, but with them being so dark, they really weren't along with the theme that I had in the room, and they weren't quite functioning with what we needed anymore. Transforming space is to clear everything out. You're gonna wanna make sure that you remove everything out of the space so that way you can evaluate what actually you want to go back in the space. Once I had it all cleared down, I simply just wiped it down with my 𝐁𝐔𝐃𝐆𝐄𝐓 cloth because this corner gets pretty dusty. I was going through our things, I needed to pare down our books. I knew that I wanted to put some books back on the shelf, but a lot of these books are ones that either I didn't need anymore or ones that my husband wanted to have, but we didn't need them like at a super easy to get to spot. So we actually relocated these to our basement where we have another bookshelf down there. So quick tip for you, if you're watching this in real time, we obviously can't bring things to donation. So what I would suggest is that you get a big box or set up a spot in your house that is your donation spot. So that way over the next couple weeks as you're decluttering things, you can put them in there, and then once it's okay for us to bring things to donation, you'll already have it gathered. Okay, so if you have a bookshelf like this that is not the best quality and you're trying to figure out how to transform it, I've got a couple hacks for you. So with these bookshelves, a great way to bring more life to them and just to bring a little bit of pop, to change up the back of the bookshelf. You could obviously repaint the entire thing, but if you're trying to do something just quick and simple, updating the back of the bookshelf is going to make a huge statement. You could do it with contact paper if you have some of that on hand. Also, even just use wrapping paper if you have some lying around that you really like the pattern of. Easily paste that up on the bookshelf and nobody would even know. They would think that it's custom wallpaper. I personally went and checked out my paint stash, and I found some paint that I had on hand that matched the new colors in our rug perfectly. So that is the route that I went. Now obviously, since this bookshelf is not a real wood, back of the bookshelf as I was painting it on, it was not sticking very well. However, as I was painting it on, I realized that it was starting to look like a wood texture. So I embraced it. I absolutely love how it turned out. It gives it kind of like a rustic vibe, and it looks like a painted wood background. Now this bookshelf, we actually didn't really need it to be for function use. We have an entertainment center that hosts some of our stuff that we need in this living room. So I just wanted to make it look pretty. As I mentioned, I just shopped my home for this. I did not spend a single dollar on anything that I decorated this bookshelf with. I literally went through my house and pulled together a bunch of different things that I wasn't using currently and just kind of played with the positioning on the shelves. Now, as you're styling a bookshelf, you're going to want to make sure that you have a variety of different sizes, textures, and colors. However, you still want them to be cohesive. So what I really wanted to stick with was more neutrals, wood tones, and then greenery. I did have a couple color pops in there, but I really wanted this to just be neutral and relaxing. I already painted the back of the bookshelf blue. I didn't want too many colors to overwhelm it. Books are an excellent way in order to style your bookshelf. I actually flip them around so that way you just see the pages of the book rather than the binding. I like to pick out books that are in the same color palette as what I am doing on the bookshelves. I picked books that were either cream, black, or in the blue family. Another great way to utilize books is actually tie some twine around them. Twine adds another texture element to it, and it makes for another super cute detail on your bookshelf. Baskets are another great thing to include on your bookshelf. I actually threw a couple books and a little greenery in with the basket, and I love how it looked on the shelf. As you're decorating, you're going to want to keep in mind to do things in odd numbers. So as you're grouping things on the shelves, try to do things in odd numbers. For example, the sign that I have up here, I paired it with a little wreath and a candle, and that was a cute little grouping together. Honestly, just play around with what you have and see what you can pull together. Okay, so if you're loving this video so far, please give it a big thumbs up, because if you're liking these budget DIY makeovers, I've got more coming your way. So make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss them when I come out with them. Okay, so let's real quick remember what it looked like before. And let's check out the after. This room feels so much brighter and calmer now to me. I love the way that the rug looks in here. I love that it gives it a different feel to the room. I honestly think that with the texture in the rug, it's going to make it a lot easier to clean up. I'm not going to have quite as many showing stains from traffic from outside. I also liked how I repositioned the furniture in the room. Now, the chairs were the only thing that I actually moved, but putting them in front of the fireplace makes the room feel so much more open, and it's going to have a much better flow to our outside. And let's talk about the bookshelf. What a transformation that is. I absolutely love the pop of color in the background. I love all the touches of the greenery and the neutral colors. It really ties into the rest of the room, where I recently transformed shoe caddy utilizing things from IKEA. If you're struggling to figure out a solution for your shoes, check out that video on your screen right now. See how I created a DIY IKEA shoe cabinet on a budget. We'll see you in that video.